America, where is your curiosity? The Curiosity rover landed on Mars in August 2012 and has completed over 2,000 sols. During that time, Curiosity has used her 17 cameras to capture close to 500,000 images, some in black and white and others in color. Curiosity was built at a price of $2.5 billion. What did we get for that $2.5 billion investment? The following presentation answers that question. This report documents specific images that were chosen to highlight the findings of a 4-year investigation. That study included a comprehensive analysis of all NASA imagery taken by Curiosity. This report is only a sampling of hundreds of anomalies found in NASA's raw images. Like this image taken by Curiosity, this presentation will have you questioning its photographic journey and where it went. Our journey to Mars begins with NASA here on Earth in its planetary data system, NASA's repository for all mission imagery. It was established to allow scientists and researchers around the world to access the images. This odd image was found in Curiosity's images. Is it just a faulty image that didn't develop correctly? Why would such a strange image be included in the archives? It clearly has nothing to do with Curiosity on Mars. This image was found in the PDS archives. The pattern in the lower left corner can now be identified in the image, and it appears that the previously unidentified image was used as a template to add color to cover up images of Curiosity. Quite inexplicably, most of NASA's imagery in the PDS has been artfully colored like this. This could only have been done with NASA's permission. Why would they allow this to be done? How does adding the color assist researchers and scientists to examine the images? In the PDS, frequently the same exact image will be posted multiple times with varying colors and patterns. What is intriguing in this series of images is one has been altered. It appears someone did some after image editing to this particular one that we show enlarged. Who would have access to the images to do that? And why would they do it? 3 months into Curiosity's exploration of Mars, NASA began producing selfies of Curiosity. In this composite picture of multiple selfies, it is noteworthy that after traveling several miles over various terrain in a 4-year period, it managed to position itself at the same exact level on the horizon behind it each time. In this presentation, various inconsistencies will be highlighted. Some are more noticeable than others, and some alterations, such as these, are very subtle and can be easily missed. In this close-up image of Curiosity's turret, we see 2 images of the same part. The image on the left clearly shows a small hole in the curved housing unit. In the image on the right, the hole does not appear. How can there be a hole one time in the equipment, but not another? This series of images that were taken from a location nicknamed Snake River by NASA. Curiosity explored this area for 2 weeks. The 3 images show the same exact location. In the first image on Sol 159, the area indicated is empty. The next day, a group of rocks appear in that same location. And then they are gone again the next time Curiosity takes this image 2 days later. In these 2 images, there appear to be some markings that appear differently each time. The left one appears as letters and the right one as numbers. How do these inscriptions change? Perhaps the more remarkable fact is that there should not be any inscriptions or writing at all. It was originally blank. In the lower left corner of this image, we can see in the enlargement on the right that Curiosity's azimuth motor is behind a shard of rock. Here, in another similar image, again the motor is observed behind a shard of rock. In this comparison of both close-ups side by side, this perspective allows us to see that even though the appearance of the rock surface is different, the profile of the two rocks is identical. These images were taken 4 months apart. In this image, we see another example of Curiosity's robotic arm motor embedded in rock. The shadow cast from the rock can even be seen on the motor. How did the motor get embedded in rock? The image on the right shows that the motor is over 2 feet off the ground. In the color image on the left, we see Curiosity's DRT, or dirt removal tool. It consists of 2 brushes and a small silver stabilizer in the middle. In the black and white image on the right, we can identify the first brush, the stabilizer in the middle. And then there are 2 objects on the right side that cannot be identified and neither resemble the brush. In this image, an unidentified white object is highlighted on the inside of the wheel. How did this white object suddenly appear on the wheel, not to be seen ever again? Here we see in the image on the left the Molly camera. It has a round silver cap on the top that protrudes, and a fiducial marker on each side of the housing unit. In this image over here, it does not have the fiducial marker is not here, and the round silver cap does not appear. In this view, looking down from the mast camera, an interesting anomaly is seen in Curiosity's right middle wheel. A perfectly shaped black number 7 appears in the cutout of the wheel. In the far right image, we can see that same cutout 26 minutes earlier was completely open. In the image on the left, 2 black straps that overlap each other can be seen. The image on the right shows that that area should be open and clear. Why were the straps added? Their appearance is inexplicable and curious. In this close-up color image of the azimuth motor, we can observe an interesting anomaly. In the enlargement on the right, you can see the shadow cast on the equipment by this thin piece of what's presumably the Martian surface leaning on the bracket. This equipment is 2 feet off the ground. How did it get there? In these images, we are looking down on Curiosity's drill. The color image on the right shows that the left stabilizer bar is positioned next to this solid box. In the image on the left now, we can see the stabilizer has been threaded through an open metal plate, and we can see the stabilizer bar at the top and beneath, and it's piercing through this box. How did that happen? In this image, a small golden metal rod was inserted into the equipment, as was a small gold ball. Here we see in a comparison with another image that does not contain the gold rod or the silver ball, and yet it appears over here. An S-shaped object appears at the bottom of a hole drilled by curiosity in this image. In this image from Sol 1711, with Curiosity's robotic arm extended, we see in the enlargement on the right, someone has inserted an image of a man with glasses and a mustache into the image. Who would be able to do this? Was it done as a joke? America, where is your curiosity now? Add your name to the petition to participate in a class action lawsuit against NASA and JPL for defrauding the American taxpayers with staged Mars imagery.